So you saw the title, so today we're going to have that hard conversation that people do not like to talk about. The blowing accounts, the losses, the difficulty. And today, I can't guarantee that this is going to work for you, but I can say that this solution I'm going to give is probably going to help 90% of people. I think this is something that's going to be really, really valid. So you want to get your pen and paper and you want to apply this so that way you can hopefully stop blowing multiple accounts. By the way, the reason I'm able to speak about this is because me myself, when I first started trading, I taught myself and I blew many accounts. I probably blew over 30 accounts before I passed my first challenge. So I've been there, right? I've been there and I've recovered from it. So I'm able to speak on this topic to give you guys exactly what kind of works for me and what still probably will work for me even now if I do blow an account as well. If I were you, this is what I would do. So all right, let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing we need to do is go back to the foundation, understand that the reason why you blow accounts in the first place is probably because you don't have a strategy that works, or your psychology is still a bit funky. It's usually down to one of the two. If your psychology is good, you should be fine. And if you have a strategy that's consistent, then you also should be fine. And what I mean by consistent is you either have a high win rate and you're making most of your trades, like you're winning them, or you have a high RR strategy, so that way even if you have a 30% win rate, you're still overall positive at the end of the day. So now that we have those two out of the way, the first thing you need to know is that if you have a bad strategy, you need to go back to just figuring out something that works for you. Don't trade live until you have a good strategy in the first place. That's really simple. I don't need to touch on that topic too much. Just know that if your strategy is not consistent, you yourself don't feel confident enough to say this strategy works guaranteed for me, then you need to go back to the foundation and find something that works for you. So if you're in that category, you know what to do. If you're in the second category where your psychology is what's making you lose, and what I mean by this is you know your strategy works. Let's say you learned from a mentor, you know it cooks, you know that everything is good, but once in a while you just blow your account because you know something comes up, you over risk, you do sound a bit silly, and then you blow your account. Those, you know, you fall in that category where you win maybe 3 days in a row, that one day that you lose, you can't accept the fact that you're on a losing streak or something, and then you want to make that money back. This is all psychological problems, so you kind of need to overcome these things. So you win 3 days but you lose one day, but that one day that you lose, you blow everything basically. If you're in this kind of category, now hear me out. Okay, now I'm not going to tell you not to buy another account, right? That's probably maybe what you're expecting me to say, but you want to buy another account. But when you do buy this account, pause. But you want to buy a small account. Reason for this is once you buy the small account, you want to not trade on that small account directly. But what I recommend so you save some money as well is you want to buy, let's say for example, you trade a 50k account as your standard. That's your norm. You've done the maths, you realize that 50k is what's going to change your life, and you buy a 50k every single time, right? That's your norm. What you want to do now is reduce that. You've blown accounts, bake off, relax. Go down to, like I would say, the cheapest. In fact, if you can, go down to the cheapest 5k. And what you want to now do is on that same broker, most brokers these days have a trial. What you want to do is have that trial account as well. So now you have two. You have the trial account and you have the real, 5k account, because you're itching to at least be working on something so you don't feel like you're just on demo forever, right? That's why you have that account. So now what you want to do is you want to use some sort of trade copier. The one I use is called Traders Connect. I'll leave a link down in the description for you to actually check that one out. That is what I use and it works perfectly for me. You want to use this trade copier to trade from your 5k to the 50k demo. And what this is going to do for you is you're trading on a demo. You're still seeing the big numbers. You're still accepting the fact that, okay, cool, you're still trading per as normal. But all this is costing you is one, the 5k, which is significantly cheaper, and two, the $20 a month that it costs for one account. That is significantly cheaper than you buying, another 50k account that's going to cost you like $150 or whatever price it is. That gets, it's probably even more. I think 200, I'm not even sure. So this helps your psychology because you get into a phase now where you are used to the same numbers. Eventually, you won't even remember about that 5k too much. You're just trading on that 50 as you do. But now, before you even start trading though, let's now go one step back. If you know that you are really messed up by that loss, before you start trading, before the next trading day, this is very, very important, so take note. You want to make sure that you are confident again before you start trading. So you bought the account, you have everything all set up, you've done your trade copier, it's all set and good to go. But before the next trading day, you want to make sure you are confident again. Why most of us lose, why most of us continue to blow accounts, is that we are frustrated. We buy another account, we haven't fixed the issue, we haven't thought about, we haven't accepted the loss, we haven't even tried to go over why we lost, done some journaling, nothing like that. We just buy another account, go straight in, trying to recover, you know, the money that we've lost. Like, I'll tell you a little story, right? When I was in that phase, there was a day, I don't know if this happened to everyone else, but it happened to me, where I'm in a specific trading day. I'm trading New York session and I blew a 25k account. And I went to buy another one literally in the next 5 minutes to take the opportunity that I was in earlier when I blew the account. So I carried on that same trade, trying to make money back somehow, and I lost that account again and I bought another one, still trying to make money on that same trade setup that was going on. So I blew like 3 accounts in the space of like literally 10 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous because you don't realize how much money that is, but bro, that is now you're pushing nearly $500 in like 10 minutes. Ridiculous. So you want to pause, you know, accept the loss has happened. And what's going to also help you to not be, you know, over aggressive when you blow your account, right, is that you're not trading multiple pairs as well. I always say this, I try to stick to max 1 to 2 pairs max, so you're not finding so many setups. The more setups you see, the more eager you are to take every single one of them. If you have just one pair, you're only going to get a few setups, so you're not over trading. This is going to help you as well. That's just an additional thing. So this portion of the video is sponsored by Instant Funding. Without them, this video would not be possible. Now, Instant Funding is a platform that I just started using. So far, I do actually kind of like them. Now, they have a 1 to 30 leverage. That's the first thing I have to mention, which is annoying in general. But one thing I realized is it does actually help. As annoying as it is, it does help you to not risk as much. So that way you have to play the long game, and usually does help you to pass more often. So they do also claim that most people that trade with them have a higher win rate. So overall, you just know that you have at least an edge, a slight, you know, a tiny edge on actually passing if you use Instant Funding. Now, the second thing is they have a 90% profit split, which is just way higher than most prop firms out there. So you know that once you're funded, you're getting way more money by being with them. And obviously they do have the instant funding. Now, this is one that I wouldn't really recommend most people to get, but at least the option is there. If you do want to be instantly funded, then you pay the price for it. But if not that, then I would recommend maybe the one phase. Why the one phase is extremely good is that they have that 10% drawdown. Most one phases don't have that. They reduced the drawdown to about 6%, but they have 10%, so that's very, very good. So overall, I highly recommend this prop firm. I do recommend you check it out. I'll leave a link down in the description below for you to get 10% off every single account that you get. And thanks to Instant Funding for sponsoring this video. How do you become confident? Like I was saying, you want to backtest, bro. Backtest a lot every single day. Personally, this is me. Some people say I overdo it, but it works. Every single day I'll backtest for at least an hour daily. Before the next trading session, I need to backtest. How I see it is like any sport. I need to practice. If it's football, I need to, you know, shoot a couple goals, cheeky little kick-ups. Wherever it is, I need to do it. If it's basketball, same thing. You need to do a warm-up. So I backtest every single day, like the day before. I trade London, so I can't backtest in the morning. I have to backtest like 5 a.m., which is ridiculous. So I have to backtest the night before to get ready for the morning, prepare myself, get my psychology, you know, going. And I have to be super confident. When I trade, I need to be very confident so I don't doubt my setups. I know exactly what I'm doing and my head is in the zone. This is what's going to help you to recover. That's the key to recovery now. Once you backtested, you know, okay, cool, your strategy works. You become calm again. You know that, all right, you don't need to doubt yourself. Just follow your strategy to the T and you're going to make your money back. For example, with me now, I know that at the end of most months, literally 90% of it, I should be profitable at the end of every month. Even if I go on a free losing streak, at the end of the month, I'm going to be profitable. So in my head, I just see it as, okay, now the aim is just to have an A+ performance every single day, meaning have a good entry, good stop loss, leave on time, everything like that. Follow my strategy to the T every single day, and I'll be good at the end of the month. It's literally almost like guaranteed for me. That's how I see it. It's like just show up, be the best, perform the best, and then at the end of the month you'll be good. And how do I know this? Because of data. So if you don't backtest, you ain't got this data to feel that confident. If you don't feel confident now, you're going to end up blowing accounts because you're going to overtrade, you're going to experiment, you're going to try new things, you're going to switch strategy. Whilst testing a new strategy, you're still trading live on a prop firm account or on your live account. It doesn't make any sense because then you're just going to blow it. You shouldn't test with real money. But these are the things that you want to avoid. This is how you're going to improve. Backtesting, and having some sort of structure to everything that you do. And if you implement this, trust me, you'll do a lot better. Now, if you found any value in this video, let me know down in the comments, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.